Ding, 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 ding! It's class war time in Toronto. Like the state of Wisconsin, Toronto didn't have a fiscal crisis. Toronto Mayor Rob Ford actually inherited a surplus from outgoing Mayor David Miller. But like Wisconsin's governor, Ford's first action on taking office was to slash the tax base to create a deficit. Then, to pay for the tax cut, Ford cut public transit services. So anybody with a car got a tax cut. Everybody else waits longer for the bus. Toronto Mayor Rob Ford doesn't even claim his expenses. His co-mayor and smarter brother Doug Ford donates his salary to charity. Their old guy left them $100 million business.
As my father taught me, if you look after the pennies, the dollars will look after themselves.
So Rob and Doug are unaccountable rich hobby politicians. They are tasked by their class to vandalize the public sector and bust the unions. Ford rode to power on a Tea Party-style campaign pitting the burbs against the downtown elites. He portrayed Toronto City Hall as a gravy train of waste and public servants as parasites.
Getting spending under control means reducing the number of employees we have.
That he won wasn't really surprising, given Toronto's media landscape. Toronto AM airwaves are a cacophony of hate propaganda against unions, civil servants, and progressive politicians. The media refrain is that public workers are highly privileged with jobs for life. Of course, the Fords having wealth for life from the afterlife is okay. Nobody's crying out for inheritance taxes, that's for sure. Ford has put city workers on notice that he's privatizing waste collection.
We can also find better ways to deliver some services, just like contracting out garbage, which one recent report suggested could save Toronto up to $50 million a year.
The idea that private waste collection will save Toronto money is based on a voodoo ritual held at the C.D. Howe Institute. The report on the findings of this ritual was commissioned by the Ontario Waste Management Association, a lobby of private garbage companies. These are the same companies that will underbid for Toronto's waste contract and then buy the surplus garbage trucks for a pittance. Thereafter, when Toronto's lost the capacity to pick up its own garbage, Torontonians will pay whatever price this waste cartel chooses to fix. It's no coincidence that waste disposal was on Tony Soprano's business card. Of course, the net effect of privatization won't be cheaper garbage, but higher taxes. You see, wage earners still pay taxes. Corporations don't. The more money that goes to corporate profits rather than wages, the smaller the tax base. And the only solution in the right-wing paradigm will be to cut public services and pensions or increase consumption taxes like the HST. Like Rocky Balboa, the American labor movement woke up in the 9th round. In Wisconsin, workers are rising up against a governor ready to nail down the coffin of collective bargaining rights for state workers. Ford is cut from the same cloth as the Wisconsin labor hater. But Canadian unions aren't nearly as beat down as their American cousins. The Toronto Civic Employees Union was formed by World War II veterans returning to civilian
The day of victory comes when the whistles in 1,000 war plants blow for the last time and the fighting men come home to work once more in factory and field. Then millions upon millions will seek and will expect to find the opportunities of peace.
It will be a grand future should they be given the opportunity in peace to prove and practice the admirable characteristics they have demonstrated in war.
This is a fighting union, and it ain't even round 2. So stay tuned for some hair-raising action when Toronto citizens and workers unite to stop the vandalism of the plutocrats. I predict Ford's only term will end in turmoil and disgrace. But don't worry, he's too thick to care, and he really doesn't need the job anyway. For Rabble TV in Toronto, I'm Umberto da Silva.